right, what's up, everybody? It is All Chalk, and it is week 16. We're coming up a few days from Christmas, my favorite time of year because I love the holidays. It's my favorite time of year because it's when we get the best football. The entire season's coming down to these next couple weeks. We got this week plus two more. This is week 16. We got week 16, week 17, and week 18. And then we're heading into the wild card round of the playoffs. And so there's a lot on the line for a lot of these teams as we head into the weekend. Now, I made my picks a little bit ago. Because it was coming down to the wire. I need to get them in before I can make this video. I was busy with other things, but I did want to take a quick moment to walk you through them because if I come out on top in the All Chalk standings, like world's best, I'm currently number 2, 3 points off the lead. But if the founder, the owner of All Chalk, comes out on top, everyone's going to be very suspicious about how'd you get so good at this game, bro? I think you're cheating. That's why I like to record videos before the game starts so no one can question me because I'm just that good. I'm just joking. I'm not that good. I've just gotten lucky this year. But so let me walk you through my picks for the week real quick. I'm going to make picks. I'm going to NFL. Actually, you know what? Let me go to a group. We'll take a look at it from the group setting. We'll go group. We'll go Poppy Shop here. Yeah, we got a nice little crew here, and you can see here I'm Scott. I'm the second person down on the top row here, and the first game of the week is going to be the Denver Broncos going into Los Angeles to play the Chargers. Chargers are going to be minus 2.5 in that game. As you can see, I was confident in taking the Chargers, and I even put a money ball on them. They beat the Broncos once already this year. They beat them in Denver. I mean, Bo Nix is a solid rookie. But I think he's benefited from a bit of a cupcake schedule over the last 4 games or so. Meanwhile, the Chargers, I think all season have kind of underperformed what their potential is. I think they're not playing up to their potential. The Chargers defense is good. Justin Herbert's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league. And I think when the Chargers look at the standings and they find themselves, I mean, the Chiefs are obviously at the top of the division, the AFC West. But when the Chargers look at the standings and they see themselves looking up at the Broncos, they're saying, what's going on here? We're better than that. We're better than them. We've even proven it in October. So they're looking at this as an opportunity to even their record on the season and hope that they can maybe take that second place spot in the AFC West as they head into a wild card round. So I liked the Chargers in this game, and I put a money ball on it. Moving on to a Saturday doubleheader, we got the wintertime Christmas season Saturday doubleheader in December. I gotta love this, dude. It's the morning game is going to be. You can see here it's going to be played. It's the 10 a.m. game if you're on the West Coast, and it's a good one between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City is going to be minus 3.5 in this game. I went ahead and I picked Houston in this game. It's a bit of a spite pick for me as much as it is anything else. I mean, who outside of Kansas City likes the Chiefs? Of course, you know, the Chiefs being the Chiefs, they could come out and pulverize the Texans at home. They're going to have Hollywood Brown running routes for them for the first time this season. But Patrick Mahomes, you know, the heart and soul of the Kansas City Chiefs is a little bit banged up. He almost was not going to play in this game, and so even with a healthy Mahomes, the Chiefs have been, you know, winning by a pretty small margin. So I like the Texans and the points in this one. I could see they have that lockdown. The Texans have that lockdown cornerback, Stingley. I think his name is Stingley, and he is going to be, you know, probably putting the clamps on Mahomes for the passing game, which means that there's a good chance he might have to be more reliant on his legs, more reliant on his bum leg to make things happen for them. You know, we've all seen Patrick Mahomes in his limp games before with his linemen carrying him around the field. So you never know, but give me the Texans in the Saturday morning slot. Looking at Saturday afternoon, I have the Baltimore Ravens, and this is another one that I felt confident in. I put a money ball on this one as well. It's the Steelers going into Baltimore to play the Ravens. Ravens at home, minus 6. 6 is a lot of points, but But if I look back, so this is a rematch between the Ravens and the Steelers. And to be fair, the Steelers came out on top last time. But if you look at the victory, they got 9 points. They weren't able to put a single touchdown on the board against the Ravens the last time they played. They got, I think, 6 field goals. They have a great field goal kicker. Meanwhile, Justin Tucker, who's been struggling all year with his accuracy, he missed 2 field goals in that game. Of those 6 field goals that the Steelers put up, 3 of them came off of kind of fluke, careless fumbles by the Ravens. And so I think if the Ravens are able to protect the ball and they're able to make their kicks, I should say, I think they have a good shot in this game. And when you add to that one important factor, and that is that George Pickens, the wide receiver number 1 for the Pittsburghe Steelers, is going to be out this week. So Russell Wilson's going to be down his favorite target. He actually had a pretty big impact on that first game. So you take away the sloppy turnovers, you take away George Pickens, you take away the missed field goals, you're left with basically one key to victory, and that would be shutting down Najee Harris and the run. So I think that the Ravens can do that at home. I think they've got a lot to play for with their 9-5 record and wanting to go into the playoffs with a better record than that. So I think the Ravens in this one with a money ball sounds good to me. Moving on to Sunday, it's going to be, I think, December 15th. No, that can't be right. It's got to be later than that. Sunday is going to be December 22nd. It is the Philadelphia Eagles going into Washington to do battle with the Commanders. I like the Eagles in this one. I don't love it. It's just damn hard to pick against the Eagles, right? They're 12-2 on this season. They've just been a really, really tough team to beat. They've played really, really well. Saquon Barkley has been a massive difference maker. And let's keep in mind that they beat a good Steelers team last week while the Commanders barely survived the Saints. And they've already got an 8-point win against the Commanders from just a couple weeks back. I'm not overloaded with confidence on this game. Jaden Daniels is a badass. They're gonna have help from Marshawn Lattimore in this game to lock down the Eagles receivers. And there's word on the street is Jonathan Allen might even play, who was supposed to be ruled out with a pec injury, but he there is rumors going around that he might suit up for this game and make it onto the field. And that could have a big impact on, if he's healthy, on Saquon's ability to run the ball. So I didn't love this pick because the Commanders could show up at home, but I went ahead and picked the Eagles -3.5. Moving on to the Sunday night game. Yeah, it's the Sunday night game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Buccaneers are going to be -4 at home. As you can see here, I really like this one. I like Tampa Bay, and I put my double money, my triple money ball on it. Baker Mayfield, I mean, he's got his eyes on the postseason, right? He's a winner. I love this dude. He's become one of my favorite quarterbacks in the NFL this season. I've always liked him, but this season I really love him. He's got his eyes on the postseason, and he's got Atlanta hot on his tail. They're breathing down his neck. They beat a good Chargers team last week. I just don't think a Cooper Rush-led Cowboys team with nothing to play for is going to put up much of a fight. Add to that the road and home records for these two teams. The Bucs, they're 5-2 on the road. The Cowboys are 1-6 at home. So maybe the Cowboys are just going to be playing for the pride of not being so terrible in Arlington. I think that Jerry Jones is going to have an aneurysm if he has to watch his team get rolled again in his beautiful stadium. So I don't know. I'll take the Bucs and just hope I'm reading it right. And I liked it so much that I put a triple on it. And I've been doing pretty good on my triples. I'm like 70% on my triples this year, which is probably a broadcaster's jinx, and that means I'm going to miss on this game. But it's fun either way. It's just all chalk. That's the best part. I'm not losing real money. I'm just losing points, whatever you want to call it. And finally, we have the Monday night game. Let's see here. Monday night game is going to be between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. And as you can see, I took the Packers in this game. I mean, dude, 14 is just a massive number to be given away. If Derek Carr was playing, a dude with, some experience in big games like this, in these sorts of conditions, I probably would have picked this one the other way just because 14 is such a chunky number. But this is a Packers night game at home in Lambeau in December. Game time temperatures are supposed to be damn near in the teens. And so I think it's a pretty tall task to ask a warm weather kid like Spencer Rattler. We might remember Spencer Rattler from that Netflix show QB1 from a couple years back. We remember him coming out of, I think he was a product of Arizona and played high school ball in Las Vegas. But yeah, all that to say, I think that a warm weather kid like him, a young kid like him in these sorts of conditions, in this environment, I think it's just too much to ask of him to make a lot of noise. So all I can do is pick the Packers and hope they win by more than 2 touchdowns. What else are you going to do? So that's my week. I hope that I can continue on my current trajectory. As I mentioned at the top, I'm only 3 points off of the world leader right now. I think he's got, let me look. Let's go back and check this out real quick. I won't bug you guys too much with this, but yeah, as you can see here, this is the worldwide leaderboard. I've got 26 points on the year, and our world number 1 currently has 29 points. And this could be an opportunity for me to make up some ground. Looking back at Poppy Shop Crew, this is where the world number 1 lives. And we have opposite picks right there. The first game of the week, I could make 4 points up and take top spot if the Chargers can take care of the Broncos by more than 2.5. And that's tonight. Actually, as a matter of fact, it is 4:59 p.m. right now, and this game kicks off in 15 minutes. So I'm going to get out of my office. I'm going to go home. I'm going to watch this game with some good food and my family all around me. I'm going to make a fire in the fireplace. I hope you guys made your picks this week because we're coming down to the end of the season, man. If not now, when? All the way until next, September? No. You can't wait that long. You got to get on All Chalk. You got to download the app. You got to make your picks, and you can get in the game and play for fun with your buddies and your family and your coworkers, just like I'm doing. And I can't wait to hear how your week went. I'll let you know how mine went next Tuesday, and we will talk then.